For 2 years, I slept next to this man. For 2 years, I trusted him. For 2 years, I thought our most private moments were just ours. Until that night when I accidentally saw a strange email from a streaming platform that said, "Your earnings this month, $87,000. At first, I thought it was a mistake. But when I clicked the link, I saw our bedroom, my bed, my voice, and 50,000 people. 50,000 strangers. Watching us, paying money. And my fiancé, the man of my life, had been making money from our most private moments for 2 years. But what he didn't know, tomorrow was our wedding day, and I had a plan that would expose everything in front of 200 guests. Baby, sit down, because this story, honey, this one still makes my hands shake when I tell it. My name is Eve. I'm 58 years old now. And what I'm about to tell you happened 6 years ago. When I was 52, his name was David. David Chen, 45 years old. Handsome. Successful. Or so I thought. He was a software developer. Said he worked from home doing freelance projects. Made good money. Drove a nice car. Always had cash. We met at a coffee shop. He spilled his latte on my purse. Apologized about 100 times. Insisted on buying me a new one. I said it was fine. Just buy me another coffee. We talked for 3 hours that day. He was charming, funny, attentive. He asked about my life, my work at the hospital, my dreams. He actually listened when I talked. You know how rare that is, baby? A man who actually listens? We started dating. 6 months later, he proposed. I said yes. I thought I'd found my person, my partner, my forever. I thought I knew him. Honey, I didn't know nothing. We moved in together about a year into our relationship. His place, nice apartment, 2 bedrooms. He used one as his office for work. Always kept it locked. Said he had expensive equipment in there and didn't want anything to get damaged. I respected that. I had my own private space. He had his. That's what healthy couples do, right? They respect boundaries. Or so I thought. Let me tell you what I noticed over those 2 years. Little things. Things I brushed off because I loved him and I trusted him. The bedroom had weird angles, like the furniture was arranged strange. The bed faced this one corner where there was just nothing. A plant, a bookshelf, normal stuff. But it always felt like the room was staged somehow. He was particular about lighting. Always wanted soft lighting. Candles, ambient lamps. Said it was romantic. I thought it was sweet. He had this thing about phones. Never wanted me to bring my phone into the bedroom. Said it ruined intimacy. Said we should have that space be sacred, just for us. No screens, no distractions. I thought he was being thoughtful. Baby, he was being careful. And the money. Lord, the money. He always had it. Always. New clothes. Nice dinners. Paid rent 6 months in advance. When I asked how his freelance work was going so well, he'd just smile and say, "I'm really good at what I do." He was right about that. Just not the way I thought. It all came crashing down 3 days before our wedding. 3 days. We planned everything. Booked the venue. Sent the invitations. My dress was hanging in the closet. His tux was ready. The caterer was confirmed. 200 guests were coming. I was the happiest I'd ever been in my life. That Tuesday night, David said he had to run out. Last-minute wedding stuff. Pick up something from the store. He'd be back in an hour. I said fine. I was tired anyway. Long shift at the hospital. I just wanted to take a bath and relax. I went to grab my laptop from his office to watch something while I soaked in the tub. The door was unlocked for once. He must have forgot to lock it when he left. I opened it. His computer was on, screen glowing in the dark, and there was an email notification right there on the screen from something called Stream Life Premium. The subject line said, "Congratulations, your monthly earnings, $87,340. $87,000 in 1 month." I stood there, staring, my brain trying to make sense of it. Freelance software development doesn't pay $87,000 a month. Not for somebody working from home alone. I clicked on the email. Baby, I wish I hadn't. The email opened. There was a dashboard, numbers, statistics, subscriber count, 50,247. Total views this month, 2.3 million. Revenue breakdown, subscription fees, tips, private requests. And at the top there was a link. View your channel. My hand was shaking when I clicked it. The page loaded, and there it was. Our bedroom. Live feed from a camera hidden somewhere in that corner I could never figure out. Behind the plant. Behind the bookshelf. I don't know. But it was there. Watching. Recording. Streaming. And the video archives? Baby, there were hundreds of them. Dated back 2 years. Almost to the day we moved in together. I clicked on one. It was us, in bed, sleeping, from 2 nights ago. I clicked on another. Us, talking, getting dressed, living our life. I clicked on another, the most intimate moments, the moments I thought were private, sacred, just between us. All of it, recorded, uploaded, sold, to 50,000 strangers. I sat in that chair for I don't know how long. Could have been minutes, could have been hours. Just clicking through videos, reading comments from subscribers. They're so natural. Best channel on the platform. Worth every penny. She has no idea, LOL. That last one, that one broke something in me. She has no idea. They all knew. 50,000 people knew they were watching me without my consent. And they paid for it. They encouraged it. And David, the man I was supposed to marry in 3 days, he'd been making thousands of dollars selling my privacy, my body, my intimacy, my trust. I heard the front door open. David was back. "Eve, baby, you home?" I didn't answer. Just sat there in his office chair, staring at the screen. He walked in, saw me, saw the computer screen. His face went white. "Eve, I can explain." I just looked at him, didn't say a word. "Baby, please, let me explain. It's not what you think." 50,000 subscribers, I said. My voice was calm. Too calm. 2 years, $87,000 last month alone. He opened his mouth, closed it, opened it again. "I was going to tell you." "When?" I said. "After the wedding? After another year? After you made your first million off my body?" "It's not like that." "Then what is it like, David?" I stood up, walked toward him. "Tell me, what is it like when you secretly record your partner and sell the footage to strangers on the internet?" He had no answer. Because there was no good answer. You know what he said next, baby? You know what this man had the nerve to say? "Technically, it's my apartment, so legally, I'm allowed to have cameras." Legally. This man violated me for 2 years, and he's talking about legal technicalities? I looked at him. Really looked at him. And I didn't recognize the person standing in front of me. "The wedding is in 3 days," I said, quietly. He looked hopeful, like maybe I was going to forgive him. Like maybe we could work through this. "I know," he said, "and I'm so sorry. I'll delete everything. I'll shut down the channel. We can start fresh. I love you, Eve. Please." I smiled, not a happy smile. A cold one. "Oh, we're still having the wedding," I said. He looked confused. "But it's gonna be a little different than planned." Listen, baby. The next 3 days were the hardest of my life. I had to pretend everything was fine. Had to smile. Had to do last-minute wedding prep. Had to stand next to David and act like I didn't know what he'd done. But behind the scenes, I was planning. I called my lawyer, a good one, told her everything. She told me what he'd done was illegal. Streaming someone without consent in a private setting? Major violation. Criminal charges possible. Civil lawsuit guaranteed. What do you want to do? She asked. I want everyone to know what he did, I said. Everyone. She helped me compile everything. Download all the videos, screenshots of the subscriber count, the earnings, the comments, everything. And then we made a video, a presentation, 15 minutes long, with all the evidence, and we planned to show it at the wedding. The wedding day came. Saturday afternoon. Beautiful venue. Flowers everywhere. String quartet playing. 200 guests in their seats. I walked down the aisle in my white dress. David stood at the altar in his tux, crying. Probably thought they were happy tears from me. They weren't. The ceremony was short. We said our vows. Or he said his. When it was my turn, I just said, I'll save my words for later. Everyone thought it was romantic, mysterious. Then came the reception. Dinner was served. People ate, drank, laughed. It was beautiful. David kept squeezing my hand, whispering, I love you. I smiled each time. Didn't say it back. Then it was time for the speeches. The best man went first. Funny stories. Everyone laughed. The maid of honor went next. Sweet memories. People cried happy tears. Then the DJ said, and now the bride would like to share something special with everyone. I stood up, took the microphone. David looked at me, smiling, expecting some sweet speech about how much I loved him. Thank you all for being here, I said. My voice was steady, clear. David and I have been together for 2.5 years, and in that time we've shared so much. Our hopes, our dreams, our home. People smiled, nodded. We've shared our most private moments, I continued. The kind of moments you only share with the person you trust most in the world. David's smile faltered a little. He could sense something was wrong. In fact, I said, we've shared those moments with more people than I ever realized. I nodded to my maid of honor. She pressed play on the presentation we'd set up on the big screen. The screen lit up. First slide. Screenshots of the Stream Life channel. David's profile. David C. Real Life. Subscriber count, 50,247. People gasped. Second slide. The bedroom camera feed. Clear shot of our bed, our room. The gasps got louder. Third slide. The earnings report. $87,000 in 1 month. Over $1.2 million in 2 years. People started murmuring, looking at David, looking at me. Fourth slide. Comments from subscribers. She doesn't know. Best live content. He said he'll never tell her. The room went dead silent. I looked at David. He was pale, shaking, standing up from his chair. Eve, please. For 2 years, I said into the microphone, this man secretly recorded our bedroom and streamed it live to 50,000 paying subscribers. He made over $1 million selling my privacy, my body, my trust, without my knowledge, without my consent. You could hear a pin drop. So no, I said. We're not going to have our first dance as husband and wife, because we're not husband and wife. I signed a marriage license earlier this week. My lawyer is filing for annulment first thing Monday morning based on fraud and criminal activity. David tried to say something, but no words came out. And just so we're clear, I continued, I've already filed a police report. I've already contacted a civil attorney. And every single person who subscribed to his channel is being investigated for knowingly viewing content filmed without consent. I put down the microphone, took off my ring, set it on the table, and I walked out of that venue with my head held high. Behind me, chaos. People yelling at David, his family trying to defend him, my family hugging me, supporting me. But I didn't look back. I just kept walking. Baby, let me tell you what happened after that. David was arrested 2 days later, charged with illegal surveillance, voyeurism, distributing intimate images without consent. The trial took 8 months. He tried to fight it, said I knew, said I consented, said it was all a misunderstanding. But the evidence didn't lie. The dates showed I had no knowledge. The platform confirmed I never signed any release. The subscribers confirmed in their messages that I didn't know. He was found guilty, sentenced to 3 years, had to register as a sex offender, lost his career, lost everything. And the civil lawsuit? I won $3.2 million. Every penny he made off me, plus damages for emotional distress and violation of privacy. I donated most of it to organizations that help victims of digital exploitation, revenge porn, hidden cameras, all the things I never thought I'd be a victim of. But honey, let me tell you the hardest part of all this. It wasn't the trial, wasn't the publicity, wasn't even the violation itself. It was the trust. I haven't been in a serious relationship since. Can't bring myself to. Every time I meet someone, I wonder, what are they hiding? What are they capable of? I check for cameras now, everywhere I go. Hotel rooms, bathrooms, even my own home. I sweep it once a month with a detector. I don't let people into my private space easily anymore. And when I do, there's always that voice in the back of my head saying, "Are you sure? Are you really sure?" That's what David took from me. Not just my privacy, but my ability to trust fully ever again. And baby, that's the real crime. So let me tell you something, honey. If you're in a relationship and something feels off, trust that feeling. If the furniture is arranged weird, if the lighting is always just so, if your partner is particular about things in a way that doesn't quite make sense, ask questions. If they're making money and you don't know exactly how, ask questions. If they want you to leave your phone outside the bedroom, outside the bathroom, outside any private space, ask why. Privacy in a relationship is healthy, but secrecy is not. And if someone is hiding something from you, there's usually a reason. Trust your gut, baby. It knows things your heart doesn't want to admit. I'm 58 now, single, and honestly, I'm okay with that. I've got my work, my friends, my peace of mind. I've got my home that I know is safe because I control it. And I've got my story. A story I tell to help other people recognize the signs of digital abuse. Hidden cameras, secret recordings, shared intimate images. It happens every day to people who trust, to people who love, to people who never thought it could happen to them. It happened to me, and it could happen to you. So here's what I want you to remember, baby. Your privacy is sacred. Your body is yours. Your intimate moments are yours to share or not share. Nobody gets to make that choice but you. If someone violates that, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong by trusting. They did something wrong by betraying. And if it happens to you, tell someone. Report it. Fight back. Don't let shame keep you silent. Because the shame belongs to them, not you. You are strong. You are worthy. You are not defined by what someone did to you. You are defined by how you rise after they knock you down. And baby, You will rise. I promise you that. Thank you for sitting with me today. I hope my story helps someone out there recognize their worth and protect their peace. You are loved. You are valued. And you deserve respect in every relationship you have. God bless you, honey. This is Eve, and I'll see you next time.